Good morning, everybody. My name is Dalton Rellinger. Welcome back to Sailwind. I am just going to take a moment to top myself up with some water and food and stuff before we head out. We still don't really have a very favorable wind, but I think... Yeah, that's kind of expensive. I think we can at least make our way to one particular item. Uh, Albacore Town. Albacore? Down there in the southeast. I think I'm going to try making my way down to there, unless the wind has shifted since I was last paying attention. Still not too favorable, but I think we can at least make it down there. Alright, so... Town. Yeah, I'll take you. And I will take you. Alright, so this is going to bring us a little over 200 gold. Not the most exciting thing, but what can you do, I guess? Try and put it like right there in that X. Good enough. Ah, man, my allergies just started up all of a sudden. I don't know what the heck caused it. Because I was fine earlier whenever I got home, and all of a sudden it's just crazy. Anyway, tell you what I will do. Gonna turn the wheel just a little bit. And then... Ah! It's kind of a little trick you can do to kind of launch yourself out of port. Not terribly realistic, I'll admit, but it helps out at least. Alright, so let's just kind of lower the sail down a little bit to help us get out of port here. And watch for those stakes. Yeah, we could probably go out that way. Just take a moment to check our heading. So we want to be going to the southeast, which is pretty much the direction we're going right now. Pretty much dead southeast, really, so... Go ahead and lower down the sail, and... Which way's the wind going? It's honestly not all that favorable for this current direction, but... We are moving, and we can't really complain about that. That food I bought really didn't fill us up too well, did it? But I should be able to buy some more food whenever we get to our destination. And I've got plenty of food back here. I prefer to not use this stuff unless I absolutely have to. Just because there is a very finite amount of it, so... tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and... place you there. Now, I will say, this map is not entirely accurate. Like, a lot of islands will appear either further north or further south than you think they would. And here we are pretty much just right back to square one. It takes some time to build up your money in this game, but once you start gaining some reputation, that's when more jobs open up to you. Once we're able to start going out towards Oasis, that's when we should be able to start making some really good money, but you have to kind of cross a small bit of open ocean to get to Oasis. So it can be perilous. And I'm just going to take a moment to make sure I am recording. Right, everything seems to be relatively okay. Just make double sure. Yeah, this is recording too, so awesome. So how's the wind looking? Now you don't want too much wind to catch your sails, otherwise you will start to lean a little bit too far over, and you can capsize if you catch too much wind. You know, I think our destination might be a little bit further to the east, actually. I'm going to just turn in this direction. And you want to try and angle the sails at about a 45-degree angle, if possible. That's really not even close to 45-degree angle, but... Yeah, we might be going a little bit too far east, but you know what? It will do well enough for now. Actually, I think just in the corner of my eye there for a second I saw an island, but for whatever reason, the corners of the screen, or the sides of the screen, allow you to see things up closer. And sometimes it's actually kind of worth just kind of looking at the sides of your screen to see if there's anything out in the distance. It's very weird, but it is a thing. Right, while this is going on, I am going to go blow my nose because I don't know what it was. I was fine until I started recording, and now all of a sudden I'm having some issues. I'll be back. Alright, so did anything change? I don't think so. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that is one of kind of the cool things about this game. It's a game that you can just kind of leave alone for a while, just kind of let it do its own thing. Check on it every once in a while. And you can just kind of go off and do some house chores, or do whatever while you're waiting to get to your destination. Now, unfortunately, islands don't really show up as easy as you think they would in this camera, because for whatever reason they appear to be a lot further away than they actually are. Just checking the sides of the screen. Huh. And yeah, your character doesn't really have a model yet, otherwise it'd be standing like right there in front of the mast, or actually in front of the barrel. I just heard a splash. You can also just kind of zoom down to the very bottom of the ocean. I don't think there's any aquatic life yet, but that would be kind of cool to just kind of look down here and there'd be like all kinds of schools of fish and stuff like that. But that over there... Can I actually... I think that's an exploit. I think I just found an exploit. But I'll pretend I didn't see it. I'll try and kind of stick to some sort of realism here. But just by using the compass, I can say that I'm going a little too far east anyway, so let's turn a little bit further south. To about there-ish, I would say. And maybe a bit more. Whoa! Yeah, see right there? These waves can just kind of come out of nowhere and take you by surprise. Yeah, that's good enough. That should get us to our destination sooner or later. We should be able to at least spot it. And yeah, see, we're already that far away from where we departed, so you do get to move around in this game pretty fast. The sail kind of bugs me. I think the sail is backwards. But maybe it's supposed to do that. I don't know. I just find it kind of weird that the sail, like, glitches through these ropes and stuff. Or clips, I guess. It's not really a glitch. It just kind of clips through. To the developer, I would ask that you kind of do something about that, because that's kind of immersion breaking. And blowing my nose did, like, absolutely nothing. Yeah. Oh. I think I just saw a silhouette of a rock. Yep, there it is. See, look in the corner of my screen. See how close it looks whenever waves. Oh no! Here we go, kind of. Yeah, see that rock out there in the distance? See, whenever I look at it in the corner of my screen, it looks a lot closer, but whenever I'm looking at it regularly, it kind of zooms out. It's weird how that works. But I can officially say now that I have seen the island, and I need to start heading more in this direction. Yeah, I didn't know about this little feature. You can even see the big island over there. I will say, this town's harbor is actually kind of fun to sail into, because you have to sail between two big rocks. And it can be kind of challenging if it's your first time. You don't really know what you're doing. I'm going to turn a little bit further. Out there. And I think that's good enough. Give or take. So hopefully this series kind of picks up some attention. It'd be really nice if it did. Because unlike Skyrim and Oblivion and all these other games that I like to play, this is pretty much fresh and brand new. There's plenty of things that I haven't done or seen in this game. And you know, the more support I can give the developer, the better, really. And just because I haven't pointed this out yet, that right there is the anchor. Now, in older versions of the game, the anchor would actually glitch through the ground. I don't know if that's still the case. I try not to use it unless I absolutely have to, just in case. But just for future reference, that right there is the anchor. I do kind of wish there was a crow's nest you can climb up into in these smaller boats. That'd be nice. I just really love watching the islands get bigger and bigger as you approach them. I don't know what it is. I think it's kind of a fascination from back whenever I was playing the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker back in the day. Because at the time, that was like the biggest open world I actually had available to me. And I would literally rush to get every single one of the dungeons done so I could have the entire world open to me. Then I'd go from island to island, doing what I could to 100% the game. With the exception of Ocarina of Time, just because I grew up with that game, like from a very, very young age, is like one of the first games I got on the Nintendo 64. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is probably my favorite Zelda game. I couldn't really get into Majora's Mask. I don't know what it was. I watched Let's Plays of it back in the day, but I couldn't really get into it. That was a game that royally confused the heck out of me. How are we doing? I'm getting kind of hungry, but I know there's food at this harbor over here, so no point in eating this. Yeah, that that is just so weird that the island gets bigger whenever you look at it from the sides like that. That is just... Huh. Is it a bug or is it a feature, though? That is the all-time question. Now, to the developer, if you ever see this, which, once again, you probably won't, but in the event that this series actually kind of picks up some traffic, and you happen to see this, you should totally try putting some Easter eggs on these islands. Because that would be kind of a really funny thing to do. Just, like, it doesn't have to be anything big, but you could put, like, references to, say, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker or something like that, or other sailing games like Sea of Thieves. And just kind of put them in like random spots, just to kind of give us a motive to explore the rest of the island, rather than just the harbor. Now, the issue we're going to have whenever we get here is the fact I don't think we're going to be able to make a return trip until the wind shifts into a different direction. Like, it needs to start blowing to the northwest. Bare minimum, it needs to start blowing from out of the south. Start raising up this. Now, if you're kind of worried about night docking, these islands do get pretty well lit up. But keep in mind that not every island has structures and stuff on it. Some things are just islands. There's no one living there. I believe Lion's Fang down there to the southwest is just a barren island. Go ahead and start raising this up a little bit more. You do keep a lot of momentum, by the way. Like, once you raise up your sails, you don't stop. You do keep a pretty decent amount of momentum. Just gonna kind of get us pointed towards the docks here, and just kind of let the wind do the rest of the work here. That didn't sound good. That did not sound good at all, because I'm on a freaking sandbank. Now, as you can see, there's also tides and stuff. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Just try and get some help from the wind once the waves start picking us up a little bit more. There we go, there we go, there we go. Or maybe not. So, am I just like on a really shallow... Oh, crap, 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 crap. You know what? Just turn. I'm having a little bit more trouble here than I really care to have. But you know what? You know what? I can deal with this because, haha! Boink! And I just got slingshotted back into the harbor, but whatever. I don't think there's any actual damage, at least not yet, so... And I cannot see a bloody bloomin' thing. I think now's the perfect time to just turn on the lantern so I can see what the heck I'm doing at least. Alright. You, I have rum for you. Tell Captain Jack Sparrow his order has arrived. Alright. So, that's that done. What is your... I would like to take these, but... Once again, the wind is not really on my side. So I just turn off the lantern and we will rest for the time being. I should have showed you like how you do the that tool I bought in the previous episode, the star reader thing. Well, here's another chance, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to pull out your little handy-dandy compass here and look for the North Star, which I believe is that one right there. So, what you want to do is you want to point at it with this thing, and then do... is that? That can't be right. Although, maybe it is. That's the same longitude from Golden Rock City. So unless that's it. Oops. I don't think it is though. I think that's the North Star, but just in case. Okay, the other one didn't make sense. That one seems a little bit too extreme. What about you? Okay, you make a bit more sense. Still, like, you're not directly north, are you? Dilemmas. Right, hopefully. Yeah, for whatever reason, you can't use the hammock whenever you're out of the boat. It's kind of weird. It's not gonna let me sleep, is it? Until I eat something. That didn't sound good. What the heck was that? You know what? It'll get you to leave me alone until I can actually sleep and get some breakfast. If the wind swings back into my favor, I might try and do a voyage back to Golden Rock City. But that's probably going to be a big if. Well, we're waking up at dawn. See if we can sleep until the shop's open. There we go. That should be late enough, or at least close enough to it. Nothing's open yet. But there's this creep here who's just standing here staring into this window. Which isn't suspicious at all. Yeah, no, the wind is still blowing in the exact same direction. It's gonna make getting back over there kind of difficult. But, ooh, hello. So these are open now. Hello, I require food. But all you have to offer is just fish, isn't it? Are you two related by any chance? I think I'm just eating a raw fish here, but oh no, that actually did something. But what about water? Do you have like any actual water vendor here? Oh, this is pretty. No, it appears you do not. That's most unfortunate. $254 gold. What is... Ooh, actually, I should probably check out my reputation now, shouldn't I? Ah, so close. So close. 144 and 99. Oh, wait, nope. 144 and 122. That's not bad. know what? I will... Oh, geez. That's 3 different things. Oh, come on. Okay, and you as well. There's another 2 boxes that I need to pick up. Probably actually put you right there. Yeah. Right, wind direction still not great. Tell you what, let's actually get out and poosh, 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 poosh. See if we can get some speed up and try and go around that way if possible. I doubt it works, but yeah, no, I can already tell that's not going to work. And sail ships. Yeah, what I might have to do is I might have to go around the long way. Oh, but now it is like directly out of the west. That's not good. It's not good for me at all. I guess now we get to learn how to sail against the wind, which is it's a bit more involved than sailing with the wind, shall we say. Man, there's like no wind at all though. That's kind of the problem. Oh, that's a shallow sandbank. Huh. Look at that. So yeah, like your character alone is also kind of an influence on the ship's weight. Huh. That's kind of cool. Name another game that does that. Okay, so yeah, we are kind of picking up some speed here. What time is it? It is, oh my god, it's almost already 7 o'clock. Jeez. Uh, I don't want to quit the video, darn it, I'm having fun. Aww. Although, I mean, who's really going to want to watch like 2 hours of this? I mean, there's bound to be somebody, right? I mean, somebody's bound to take an interest in this. But as far as I can tell, this is probably the best way to actually build up money relatively quickly is to go from the capital city to these smaller island outposts. Because the capital city you will always be able to see. You will never be out of eyesight of the capital city so long as you stay within the region of the archipelago. Once you start sailing out to open sea, however, it's a different story. Because like way off in that general direction is the Emerald Isles, but that's like I think it said almost 800 miles away. So it's like way out of eyesight. But once I start getting enough reputation and I'm able to start, you know, going out to further locations, I will definitely be doing that. But right now, we just gotta stick with doing these smaller jobs and trying to bring in as much coin as we can. Now, one thing you can do, which I'm actually kind of thinking about doing right now, but it's going to make the journey a little bit longer, is you can actually kind of zigzag your way across. Like, I could start sailing to the southwest, and then try and kind of nip back to the north and into the harbor from that direction. But what I think is going to be the better option is if I just go around that bigger northern chunk of the island and sail in with the wind into the harbor. I think that might be the better option. Though maybe I'm completely wrong. There's technically no real right way to do it, I guess, but... one thing that's actually kind of cool, though, is you can actually take your maps and... if I can do it. Put them on surfaces. It's kind of finicky, though. Ah. I suppose it's not the worst. Darn it. Actually, tell you what. Let's put it... like... and not like that. Not like that. That's more or less kind of spot on. Man, that just blows my mind, really, that the weight of your character can just rock the boat back and forth. Like, that is just insane to me. And that's a level of realism. That's a level of realism I used to not expect from games like this, but I've come to find that games like this that are made by like just very small teams, maybe even just one person, tend to be the much better games because they are actual passion projects. Now, this developer has probably dreamed of a game like this for so long, he's just decided to start making it himself, and he wants it to be done right. Or she. I mean, I don't know if the developer is a he or she, but I'm going to assume it's a he. It'd be really cool to kind of get in contact with them, though. Like, imagine if that was actually, like, made this channel explode. Just a simple little game like this. That would be incredible. And it wouldn't be out of the question either. There's another YouTuber by the name of Squirrel. His channel just completely exploded because of games like ETS2 and American Truck Simulator. Though ETS2 had a lot more to say about it. I don't think he even touches American Truck Simulator anymore. Which, I mean, is fair enough. I'm a bigger fan of American Truck Simulator than I am ETS2, just because I like driving in my own country, but I will not shy away from the fact that ETS2 is probably the bigger game of the two. $254 gold. Now, for those of you wondering how I'm supposed to be able to know my latitude, this map doesn't show it. You have to buy the overworld map before you can actually know what your latitude is. There are other tools that will show your longitude, but they are much more expensive. I'm kind of having second thoughts about my plan now. Because I could just start turning south. Or, yeah, south. Just kind of carry on that way, and then just sail into the harbor a lot more easily. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be facing into the wind for a split second, but hopefully I have enough momentum to make it to where it's not gonna be too much of a problem. Wait, what the? Really? I was expecting the wind to be coming from more of a that way sort of angle, but... Okay, so what's going to happen now is the wind's going to start pushing us backwards. So what I'm going to do... Well... the wind is supposed to start pushing us backwards. Okay, come on. Come on. You know you want to. This was a bad idea. You know what? Just... since we're going backwards, I've got the wheel turned all the way that way, so the boat will actually turn that way while we're being pushed backwards. Just like reversing a car. Alright. Let's go ahead and straighten out the wheel. Start having it turn that direction, and then release. Okay, well, I finally was able to show that off, at least, I guess. Yeah, I thought the wind was going to be coming from more of like a that-way sort of direction. I thought I could actually, like, sail straight to the south. Oh, well. The game is easy to learn, but maybe a little tricky to master. I don't really see us getting there tonight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and sleep. Oh, that doesn't look good. Look at the sky. That almost looks like a storm might be coming in. Storms are less than fun, especially out on the open ocean, which I discovered last night before I started playing this. And I think it might be time for a new computer chair. Just listen to that squeak. I've had this thing for, God, almost a decade at this point. Alright, so what are we looking like? Wind still blowing in the same direction. Probably do with a bite to eat, but I think we're good for the most part. Now, it is completely possible to overshoot your island while you're sleeping. Like I almost did here. Holy crap, somehow I just sailed perfectly into the harbor. Alright, I am actually starting to get really hungry. So what's our wind direction here? I think I want to be doing that, honestly. And I want to try and aim for that side of the docks, just because the trading post is over there. Start pulling this up a little bit. Might be better to try and kind of swing in. Okay, there's the big ship. Yeah, it might be better just kind of swing in like this. I know I'm getting hungry. Alright. Now this, hopefully, is where your character's acrobatic skill comes in really useful. Come on. Give me your secrets. There we go. Problemo solved. And once again, we are delivering way ahead of schedule, but naturally these are going to be just the easier jobs anyway. Oh, crap. All right. Tuna. Lamb. And 2 more crates of tuna. And look, the sun's starting to come up. Fantastic. Alright, so that is that done, and we are... Ooh, we've actually made quite a bit of progress to our next bit of reputation. Which reputation means discounts and better jobs. And we can also take more missions once we get like higher reputation and stuff. Like now I can take 3 different jobs at a time. Now I just need to try and survive until the shops open up. I know, game. I know. I'm aware. I'm dying. You don't need to rub it in my face. Although, if you'd like to wake up now... Actually, that might not be good enough still. It's close. It's very close. Some of these shopkeepers are still here, though. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I just heard. Yes, there we go. I have the lamb. I shall buy as much water as it takes. And, jeez. Okay, well, we still have 410 gold, which is more than we had before. How much is this map? It's still at $712. That's, or gold. But yeah, you see down there along the bottom, -5, -4, -3, and so on. That is going to be my longitude. I would like to have this for being able to see my my latitude at the very bare minimum. It's right now I'm at Gold Rock City, which should be, yeah, on 31. If I were to just sail like completely straight east, I could get to the Dragon Cliffs, but that's a really, really long journey. Let's go take a little look-see at what other jobs we have available. It's probably getting close to 7:22. Not as late as I thought, but not too far off either. Oh, here we go. Medicine to Oasis. That is more like it. Almost 500 gold to go. And here's even more. I can take 3 jobs to Oasis right now. Oh, man. Well, I know what we're doing next episode. Don't have the most favorable wind, but I'll tell you what. Oh, God. Nah, I should have enough food, enough provisions. But I think that's going to be what we do next time, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be looking forward to a journey out into the open ocean next episode, because that is exactly what we're going to be doing. So tune in next time. I will see you then. Until then, God bless. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!